It will be no surprise to many that AI subscriptions are getting expensive. You're running out of tokens and you're paying to increase those quotas. But it may be surprising to hear that there's local AI models that you can run on your device, whether that be a laptop or a desktop, and some even run on mobile phones. The best thing about this is because they run locally on your device, they're 100% free. No subscriptions, no quotas, and no limits. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the tools that I use to run the models locally. I'm going to run you through the best models depending on the resource profile of the device you have, and even some examples of how to use the models for coding and as a personal assistant. Now, most of the time, these models won't be as impressive or have all the capabilities of a Claude or a ChatGPT. However, if you're ever in a pinch, you've ran out of credits and you need to do some work where you could use an AI model, some of these models make excellent options for local development and testing ideas. And some of these models also are great standbys when you don't have any internet, you're on a plane journey and you need to get some work done. These models can run locally without any internet access. So let's dive into the tools needed to set up these models locally. Today we're going to use Ollama. Ollama gives us easy access to all the open source models that can run locally, and it's really easy to install. Once installed by following the instructions on the website, you'll get access to a user interface and also the Ollama command line interface. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use the command line interface and the user interface so you get a rough idea of how both work. So first of all, we're going to start off with the models that are better suited when you have limited resources. Now all this means is we're targeting devices that don't have a fancy GPU and have limited amounts of RAMs, let's say up to 8 gigabytes. So first we're going to start with Microsoft's Phi model. This is Microsoft's lightweight model. As you can see, it's about 1.6 gigabytes in size, and it's perfect when you want to do some lightweight reasoning, have some assistance via a chatbot, or perform some small coding tasks like fixing syntax or finding some bugs. So let's put it to the test and see if it can create some Python code that will perform a fairly regular task of parsing and validating email addresses using a regular expression. Look how quickly the response is returned. Within milliseconds we have a regex and an explanation of how that code works. Now obviously Ollama comes with the UI too, and I said I'd walk you through how to use it. So you can select a model in the bottom right, and instead of asking it to generate code, this time we're going to pass some pre-existing code and ask it to find errors within the code. Now there is one error in this piece of code that we're passing in, and you'll see almost right away Phi has detected the part of the code we need to fix and gave a reason as to why it was broken. Next up is TinyLlama. This model can run on almost any hardware and it's known for its rapid responses. In this example we're going to use TinyLlama for some text generation. TinyLlama is the perfect alternative to using like a ChatGPT as an assistant to help you brainstorm ideas, come up with names, or generate some text, whether it be responding to emails or writing paragraphs. What's really fascinating to me with TinyLlama is it doesn't beat frontier models for intelligence, but this level assistance that can now run locally on any low-end hardware completely free is amazing. I've even installed this on a Raspberry Pi. So in this video we walked through the process of how to set up local models and the models that run best on the lower end of your system requirements. These models may not be filled with intelligence and may not resemble Claude or ChatGPT, but they're good enough at text generation and code completion that if you're ever without internet or have access to these models, that these can fill a gap. In the next video, we'll explore the models that can run on your mid-tier system requirements, systems with 16 to 32 gig of RAM and consumer-grade graphics cards. These models balance performance with intelligence and give you an experience much more akin to ChatGPT or Claude. If you like this content, please comment below and subscribe to the channel. It really does help us create more of the content you want to see.